Hello everyone, good evening. I want to start this off by saying welcome back to our channel, Formula for Speed. We're back with another review of one of the best races that everyone looks forward to. We're all excited about it. This is Babyface. We're reviewing Monaco. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
First of all, yes, I'm ready. I'm your lovely host. Shut up, lady. I'm your lovely host, Chad.
Your lovely host.
Say it again.
Chadwick the Great.
You gotta say it like that. Yes, your lovely host, Chad. And I'm with my other lovely host, Babyface. Say hello, Babyface.
Hi.
And before we go any further, guys, not to get too serious, but I want to, acknowledge that we did lose a great legend within Formula One, Nicky Lauda. Great loss for the sport, the teams. He has so much influence over different drivers, different teams throughout the years. I mean, I know he was with Mercedes, but he used to be with Ferrari, McLaren. He was with a lot of teams. So I would really want to highlight the fact that we did lose a legend. And yeah, so guys, if you get a chance, leave your support and comments on his page and the different fan pages showing that you do acknowledge that. Moving from that, guys, practices. Babyface, did you see any of the practices?
I only saw a section of qualifying. You know, the section that's very infuriating.
So guys, we'll get to what she's referring to in a second. This race was the practices and the qualifying was it was crucial. So I even had to bring some notes from the suggestion of Babyface to just write down my thoughts so I'm not just rambling, which is a fair point. Because there was so much that happened, I feel, in P1, 2, 3 and qualifying. I mean, of course, you get the normal people crashing the barriers and, the track temperature may not be to the desired, temperature that guys want when they're warming up and doing their laps and just going around for practice and finding specs, which Vettel crashed. There was some floor damage for Bottas, and I'm sure all of you have seen that by now. But the thing that really got to me was qualifying. Guys, I can't. So my thing is this, and the team that, let me digress. In practice number 3, Charles Leclerc had the quickest time amongst all drivers. I was like, if they can get a little bit more off that car, I think he ran like maybe a high 111, low 112. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going off of memory. I seen it one time. I believe that's what it was. So I said, if they can get a little bit more off that car, he'll probably, maybe P2 or 3 on the grid, maybe even 1. Who knows? So going into qualifying, I'm like, man, this kid's got pace. He found some more pace in the car. Sebastian Vettel crashed out. Now, to be fair, I believe he was trying to slow down before he went into a turn because another driver was there. I forget which one, but it caused him to hit the barrier, front end damage, suspension. Front left side, I believe. Babyface, did you hear about that?
I heard about it.
So going into qualifying, I'm like, all right, so Leclerc's the guy. He's that guy for Ferrari today. He's going to be the one. Everyone's qualifying, certain drivers are running good. Lando Norris is, running solid. The Renaults are running solid. Babyface, the Renaults are running solid. We'll leave that alone. And we get to Charles Leclerc. And it's taking me a while to get this out because it really, I watched it while we went out to eat, and I didn't understand how after Q1, he was on the bubble. Got through Q1. I believe did he get through Q1? No.
I have to go back and check. Didn't he crash?
He got through Q1. And he was going back out for another run. I believe in Q2. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just going off of memory from where I watched it. he was going back out, and they want him to go through the weigh bridge. So you weigh your car, make sure you're not cheating, it's not going underweight. So he went over it. They called him back. They pushed him back. After he weighed, went into the garage. I'm like, okay, so at this point, other cars, the times are tumbling. I said, his car, I don't think his car's going to be safe. I don't think that time's going to be safe. Surely, Ferrari will let him get out for one more run because Sebastian Vettel, right, who crashed in practice number 3, they're letting him run all he wants. No problem. I get that. That's what you're supposed to do. So Leclerc is in the garage, and I'm noticing it's getting close to the end of the qualifying. He never comes back out. Now I'm like, why would you keep him in? And you see the progression of the times getting lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. Ferrari's been doing this a long time. You guys know, once these cars start leaning out on fuel, man, they get quick. You know, they got the engines turned up. Your time that you ran in Q1 is probably not going to be safe in Q2 because there's going to be some faster times. All they had to do was give him one more chance to go back out. Never did it. Now he looks upset because he realized he's now knocked out. He's going to start 16th because he's out in Q1, and he's knocked out of the the qualifying. He's upset, understandably. Their reasoning was they wanted to save his tires.
And also they didn't want him. They didn't want to risk a crash.
Babyface states also, she's seen on from a source that they didn't want to risk a crash. Guys. Look. They didn't want to risk a crash. At that point, Vettel had 3 mistakes leading up to qualifying. In fact, he was the only Ferrari driver out of the 2 that actually crashed and had some damage. So they let Vettel run. He got all the way through Q3. Messes up his final run. He hits the barrier. But they were worried about Leclerc crashing. Now,
and an extra set of tires.
Which is bogus to me. Come on, they could have came up with a better excuse than that. Then this would really make me mad. Instead of them responding, they took something that Leclerc said and posted it on their Ferrari page. I'm like, so at this point, I'm looking like, you guys need a consulting firm. You guys need someone to come in. No, they need a consulting firm to say, here's what you say when things like this happen. Here's what's politically correct. Here's the perception you want to put off if you know you made a mistake. Or just do like Mercedes and Red Bull and the rest of them do. Own up to it. Say, we messed up. Guys, we're sorry. We messed up. Mistakes happen. It happens. You brought up a good point last year when they messed up in one of the races. I forget which race it was. But Hamilton. They messed up with Hamilton. That engineer got on the live radio for everyone to hear and say, I messed up. I cost us the race. I apologize. That's simple. Ferrari didn't do that. So I'm not sure if this kid is just getting hazed. I don't know if he's just a guinea pig for the season. But when have you ever saw Ferrari not make more than a couple runs in qualifying before they're knocked out in Q1? When's the last Ferrari that was knocked out in Q1 like that? I mean, and this kid was the quickest coming out of P3. So I'm sure a lot of Ferrari fans will say, no, it was his fault. What I don't understand about some of the Ferrari fans, I like Ferrari, but some of the Ferrari fans are so pro Vettel, they don't address maybe some of the things that Ferrari needs to address with him. Everything seems to be Leclerc's fault. So, guys, before I get too far into that, what I want to do is save some of these thoughts for the end of the race. And maybe, Face, if that's okay with you, let's just get started. We were so upset with what Ferrari did. We felt like Leclerc, again, got jerked. I don't know what's going on. And then come to find out Vettel may retire at the end of the season. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. So, guys, without further ado, Babyface, while I'm pulling up this race, you have any thoughts on this? I mean,
I'll stick by my guns that I feel that Ferrari, for the past couple of years, has been putting all of their chips on Vettel.
Right.
and I understand it, 4 championships, great driver. Why not put all your chips in that corner?
Right.
But what has Vettel done for you? If you are Ferrari, and mind you, I used to be a Vettel fan.
She said he used to be.
I used to be
and she's German.
Vettel fan.
She's German.
Okay, he's my people's. I was like, you know, maybe he's gonna be like a different version of Schumi.
Right.
Hopes were high. He did great at Red Bull.
Right.
But he has done nothing for Ferrari. Admittedly, I shouldn't say that. He was a great contender last season. It's been great to watch the rivalry between Ferrari and Mercedes, but he hasn't won them anything.
No.
Sometimes it's because of the strategy.
True.
Sometimes it's because of his own mistakes.
That showed last year, yeah.
But he hasn't brought it home for Ferrari. He hasn't.
That's true.
So now you bring in fresh blood. This kid can drive. He has talent. Is he going to make mistakes?
Yes.
Yes. Is he a high risk by putting all your support behind him because he's new against someone that is so seasoned? Absolutely. What I don't understand is and mind you, we're not there. We're speculating. This is just our own observation and
100% our theory.
I'm sure there are 20 million things that are going on that we are not taking into account.
Right.
Watching from a spectator and as a Formula One fan into the situation, it seems to me that Ferrari's sticking by their guns of what they said before the season even started.
Yes, tested.
We are backing Vettel. He's our ace driver.
100%.
And I don't understand that move, especially a couple of races into the season now. I would expect you to have a 50-50 chip pool. 50% into Vettel, 50% into Leclerc.
Letting him race.
Whoever is doing better, that is who we're going to go in and support.
That's what Mercedes is doing.
But I feel as though putting all your money on Vettel is not working for you. It didn't work for you last season. It's not working for you this far. As an observation, if I may be so bold, the only reason you had Vettel on that podium is because you helped set him up for that podium. It wasn't because he was the quickest driver. It wasn't because he was completely blowing away the competition. No, you had to help support that. Mercedes didn't need any help or support to get on the podium, with the exception of how lucky they got when that Ferrari, when the turbo died for Leclerc in Bahrain.
That's the best they looked all season.
But other than that, they would have still landed on the podium. Maybe not first, but they would have landed on the podium. Vettel. Would Vettel have been on that podium without Ferrari going, let him pass?
And then Vettel came.
Put him first.
No, he wouldn't have been. And
let's put Leclerc out there and let him hang out. Now, a lot of people have come back and said, oh, for that race, it was because he had no other tires left. So he had to leave him out there longer. Okay, I'll let you have that. But I will stick by my guns in that if I'm Ferrari, if I am the entity of Ferrari, as a business, you should now look at what you have in front of you. Look at Vettel, realize he's not doing anything for you. You should put more backing into Leclerc. Is he high risk because he's so young and he's still making mistakes and he's new? Yes. But in my opinion, it's worth the risk to put more attention into him right now. Yeah. Or at least divide the attention equally.
He's the future. Yeah.
Because he's bringing in fresh fan base. Right. He's bringing in fresh talent. Dude over here, only thing that you can count on him right now is spinning out.
It's funny you say that because I'm looking at this stuff and I'm like, you know what? There's other drivers that their last championship, Ferrari's last championship was 2007, Kimi Räikkönen, right? So I'm looking at another German driver. I'm looking at all these other drivers that led that Ferrari seat. His fellow German driver on the grid, Hulkenberg. Been the best of the rest for how long now? I mean, there's just guys I think that, I'm not sure if Vettel realizes he just is not better than Hamilton. He's not going to beat him. He's just not. He's not, at this point in the season, he's not on Bottas level, and he's barely outperforming Verstappen, if he is at all. It's just one of these things. I agree 100%. I think they need to reevaluate some things. realize what they have in Leclerc and let their guys race. Mercedes is letting their two ace drivers race. Now Hamilton has 5, but they're letting him and Bottas race. And Hamilton prefers, like he stated, let us race. Let us race. Sometimes it seems like Vettel doesn't want it. That race that you were referring to, and we'll get right to the race after this, guys, in China, when he realized he wasn't quicker than Leclerc, maybe we should let him back through. I thought I was quicker.
No. I feel like like in that same race, he said that racing against Verstappen was good fun. He was like, yeah, we raced. I knew he was going to go in there and do it, and it was good fun. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes that is making Ferrari be so protective over Vettel and trying to cater to his success. If he is your ace driver that actually delivered results, I can understand that. But I no longer understand that stance when we're so early in the season and he's not in the top 2 contending for championship points. He isn't. Now, if he were already first 4 races, he's already toe-to-toe with Hamilton or Bottas or whoever is up there, then yes, I would be like, you know what? He's getting a great start early on, protect him. I would sit down Leclerc and be like, listen, you have a long career in front of you, you're going to be a champion at one point because you're great, but this is how far Vettel is in the lead. It's very close, we need to jump on this and see this through the end of the season. You're going to have to take a back seat for a moment. I think Leclerc would just be like, okay, I get it, I'll have to take it for the team. Every driver on a team has to take it.
That's true.
You have to take it. One's going to be the A driver, the other one's going to be the B driver.
Once they realize more later in the season who's got the best chance to win, yeah.
But so far, Vettel hasn't been delivering.
Nope.
So why are you backing him? Is this wishful thinking? Is this complete delusion?
And according to them, they may say we're not, but that's the perception that everyone sees. Now, I know you told me a Ferrari fan said that sometimes they feel Leclerc fans are toxic. I'm like, you guys, some Ferrari fans to me, not all, but I see a lot that do this, and I appreciate it. They hold Vettel responsible. They'll hold Ferrari responsible. Then there's a number of them that just, oh, it's not Vettel's fault. Well, when he spun out in the desert, nobody hit him. Whose fault was that? When he crashed in practice number 3,
I'm with the Ferrari fans that go on there and they say, we need an explanation.
100% agree.
Why is any Ferrari starting in Monaco on P16?
Doesn't even make.
What do you mean?
It's not that he crashed and he didn't get to run a time. They didn't let him back out to even try. Explain that to me. And don't give me the tires excuse. Come on.
Let him back out. You didn't let him back out, and then you sat there and went, oh, we thought it was good enough. When did you actually take that risk? I expect that risk to be taken by some of the second
tier teams, yeah.
Second, third tier teams.
Best of the rest.
Not Ferrari.
Nope.
Ferrari would be back out there in spot. You know what? We're gonna see if we're gonna beat it.
Right.
All of that to say that going into watching Monaco, we're fired up.
Yeah.
We had a lot of things to say.
Yeah, guys, we cut it short. We cut it short because we were both upset about. We both felt like Leclerc is getting jerked at this point in the season. Their best showing was with Leclerc, who had the clear victory when the turbo died in the desert. Yeah, so guys, we're gonna get to the race. So guys, let us know while they're going through the pre-race stuff. Let us know in the thought of your thoughts in the comments section. How do you guys feel about what Ferrari's doing right now? I mean, how did you guys? I know you guys seen qualifying. How did you feel about them not letting the kid back out to get another shot at it? And them saying the excuse, we felt like the time was gonna work. Even I'm not an engineer. Babyface is not an engineer. I saw the times falling. What do you mean you thought his time was gonna work? You could see the times falling. Whatever.
And for those of you that think that it was the right decision,
stop.
But there might be people out there that know something that we don't. Tell us why.
Even the guys that report on this every week, Crofty, none of them agree. No one understood that. These guys do this week in, week out.
But it's not impossible. Let's look at Sandoval. Lewis Hamilton and Michael Schumacher.
So guys, Hamilton's on pole for the 85th time. shout out to Lewis Hamilton, man. He's running in rare form. The guy's at the top of his game right now. I imagine that before qualifying, I thought Lewis Hamilton would have a great qualifying session because of the fact that he's doing this for Niki Lauda, who him and Niki Lauda were very close. He's the one that rallied for Hamilton to come to Mercedes. He was really behind Hamilton. They were very close. So I thought he would have a strong running and he would dedicate the whole his practices, the qualifying, even this race to Niki Lauda. So he's probably going to go through very strong. I'm not sure who's going to win the race because if rain comes, that changes everything. I mean, babyface. If rain comes, I think it changes everything. I think you'll have safety cars, you'll have some crashes, so anybody could win if the rain comes. I'm not going to... I want to say Hamilton should win, but I'm unsure. I wouldn't be surprised if Bottas wins this race. Wouldn't be surprised if the Red Bulls, it's a very strong track for them. And right now, guys, by the way, they're on a formation lap. Red Bull brings strong cars. Last year, Danny Rick won. So I'm going to be bold and say this. I like Verstappen. If the rain comes, Verstappen. If the rain holds off, Hamilton.
Yep, I can go behind that.
Rain holds off, Hamilton, because of the fact he's racing out of pure emotion and just adrenaline because of the fact him and Niki Lauda were so close. So shout out to K-Mag, 5th on the grid. That Haas up there, only American team in F1. Shout out to Haas. K-Mag and
23rd year of TV commentary.
I do this every race, guys. Do both of those, finish the race. Babyface.
Often it doesn't arrive. Oh, it actually usually
yes.
arrives just as everybody's trying to de-rig.
Guys, both Renaults finish Monaco.
Hamilton settles in.
Lewis went nicely forward, right on his yellow line.
And my dear team, the McLarens, both of them have good races. Sainz and Lando.
Oh, that one didn't work.
It didn't work at all. Charles Leclerc's gone for it again. This time he tangles with a Renault. He stays ahead of Lando.
Ooh, he went for it again and tangled with a Renault. Now he's back in 13th. All that work gone. Man. He tangled with Hulkenberg. Wow, he went for it.
Losing out. Let's have a little look.
I mean, what other choice does he have?
Do you know what? The Ferrari spun by itself. I don't know if he's tapped the barrier on the inside, but the Renault didn't squeeze him. I think he hit the barrier with his right rear, and it's pushed him around.
So he hit the barrier with his right rear as he was trying to go for the pass on Hulkenberg, so it spun him.
Traffic jam behind him.
Oh, they're all queuing up to try and get past you. Spot on, Martin.
Oh, he got a flat.
Thank you very much to good to start.
Oh, Leclerc has a flat. I think he's done.
And also Sergio Perez can now get past as the Ferrari.
He was trying. He was trying to get back in the race because he should have never been in that position in the first place.
Getting swallowed up by the pack, Charles Leclerc. He's got to come in and pit. I've seen reports that it is raining.
But
that's so unfortunate. Guys, Leclerc was trying so hard to make his way through traffic, his home race, and he wasn't given a fair chance from the beginning. So Ferrari can't be mad at that. That's their mess up. Let him back out the garage. It's unfortunate.
I wouldn't get mad at him. It's a risk that I would expect him to take.
Safety car out.
So much debris on the track. So much.
Same time they very nearly touched as well. The Ferrari.
Verstappen, guys, Verstappen and Bottas on the safety car pit came out at the same time, and he's ahead of Bottas now. Wow. Valtteri Bottas lost a play. Ooh, that's debris from the Ferrari.
It's coming off the track.
I'm the type of guy that I look at the root cause of the problem, right? Then everything that comes after that we can address. The root cause of the problem was the fact that they let him barely do qualifying. That Ferrari should have outran all of those cars, probably positions 4 and back. Hamilton's worried about his tires, by the way, which is understandable.
Check this out to the checkered flag.
If Hamilton makes these medium tires last to the end of the race, I had respect for him before, but dude is on another level. Because they're not supposed to last that long.
Look at Abu Dhabi a few years ago.
If I'm Verstappen and Vettel, I'm going to force Hamilton to go faster because he's on a tire that's not supposed to last. I'm going to wear them things out to the point he can't control it. Hopefully. From Hamilton, I'm parking in all corners. Y'all going to back up behind me. Oh, y'all ain't going to get, no, I'm parking it. I'm sorry. Got to be parked. And this is for my guy, Nicky Lauda. No, I gotta park it. I'm sorry. It's gotta be parked. Hey, feel how you wanna feel. I do the same thing. You can hate me, but I gotta do what I gotta do. Cause that's what any one of them racers would do. Any one of them drivers would say, you know, I'm on a medium compound, they're on the hard, they're meant to go to the end of the race, I'm not. I gotta park it. Look at Hamilton. Giovinazzi guys got a 10-second time penalty for causing a collision, and he should have got it. It was. I don't know what he was doing. Lost control of the car or something, but he should have gotten that. He caused a bad pileup. So both Williams got caught up. He got caught up, and Leclerc before he retired was involved in that as well. So I'm so upset for Leclerc, guys. He should have never been in that position to have to do that from that far back. I feel like Ferrari jerked him by not letting him back out. So you guys want to blame him, but look and see what the root cause was, why he was back there that far in the first place.
Maybe we are part of the toxic Leclerc fan base.
Maybe I'm just realistic. As I used to say in elementary school, put on your thinking cap.
Hamilton's tyres aren't getting any better. Push that attack that he did on
the top four are now almost 9 seconds ahead of the fifth. Top four are gone. I mean, they're gone. Unless something tragic happens. Guys, mind you, I seen P1, 2, 3 in qualifying. I never watched the race. I saved this race for you guys, for Babyface, for the channel, for everyone.
For me?
For you.
Yeah.
For you, Babyface.
I feel so special.
Happy you do, Babyface. Happy you do. Happy she does, guys. Really. Man, does Bottas catch Vettel? What do you say, Babyface? Predictions?
Yes, he does. Mercedes is better than Ferrari.
That was emphatic. Is she back? If you guys can see her scratching her back on this wall. Y'all gotta see this. This is ridiculous. Are you watching the race?
Can you come stretch my back?
Not on lap 36 and 78? You gonna have to outlast it like Lewis Hamilton's tires. You gonna have to wait. If you girl, you gotta manage that itch. You gotta do better than that. Y'all see Babyface managing her itch. Babyface, you gotta manage it like Lewis, like Mercedes. Kept her leaning and, oh man, look at this. Back on the corner of the wall, scratching and digging. Poor thing.
Would you come scratch my back, please, so we can move on?
Babyface, I can't do that. We're in the middle of a race.
I need you to come scratch my back.
Guys, I gotta pause it. Hold on.
Hurry up, cheers. Down. Oh, yes, right there. I couldn't reach it. Okay.
All I'll say is this.
Thank you. I was trying to reach it.
Hey, you gotta know how to manage your itches like Lance Hamilton's son.
Boy said that.
Girl, if this was a race, you done. They'd be like, come on in. Lance Stroll. Is that Lance Stroll?
Yes.
Guys, if anybody has been, he's another one that's frustrating me this whole weekend. If you watch practice 1, 2, 3 qualifying, even the race, what is Lance Stroll doing? Babyface still sticks by her word. He doesn't deserve a seat in Formula 1.
He doesn't.
And I gotta kind of agree. I just don't know what this guy's doing. I mean, he hit Kimi Räikkönen. I mean, I don't get it.
Effectively, having done his one stop, if he can get to the end, would be leading the race. If the top four do.
If it wasn't for his dad, I don't think he'd have a seat.
No, he wouldn't.
Vettel's tyres looking so much better.
He would have a seat. Vettel gets second. Vettel gets second.
For a very impressive 5th place finish.
And it's, I don't want it to come off like I'm mad at Vettel, but I just don't think Ferrari gave Leclerc a fair shot. That's all I'm saying.